I have so much going on now. Oh my God, we're live. Hey, it's Heidi and Dane. Oh my God, I look like a wild woman.
we
rehearsed that. Yeah, and I still screwed it up. Yeah, exactly.
No problem.
And I didn't test sound or nothing.
Yeah.
We got an encoding overload. So, hey, we're doing fabulous.
We're just jumping right in.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
We did. We jumped right in. I did change titles.
Okay.
So that's a good thing.
What was the title?
Episode 5.
That's
Happy
right.
Little Miniatures. Hey, yeah, welcome.
Hey.
It's Happy Little
Hey.
Miniatures. We're painting. We're batch painting
Yeah,
today.
no, batch painting and
We got the contrast paints from
Yes.
Citadel.
Yes, the big deal. Everybody's so much hype. Big old hype train.
Okay, we're probably screaming you out, aren't we?
Is there a way we can test that? Hey, anybody that's listening, are we too loud?
Hey, yeah. Is
Tell
anybody
us.
out there?
Are we too loud?
Yeah.
Are we too loud? Huh?
Are we loud? Tell us. Let us know. I'm going to just switch this over so
this new paint. Yeah, we got this new paint and we're going to do batch painting. We're going to do like a little quick kind of paint of an example using only 3 of this contrast colors to paint the entire miniature. So this is kind of a big deal.
See? Says right in chat. Our little bot. He told everybody that we're doing batch painting with Citadel contrast.
Look at that.
Look at that.
How did he...
Isn't that cool?
What? I don't even... The bot?
The bot.
We've got technology?
Yeah, we got technology. Isn't that awesome?
Okay.
I know. I've been busy.
Okay.
Yeah. We might even
Upgrades.
have royalty-free music next time.
Okay. Oh, wonderful. Well, that's
that we can paint with.
And that's why we had to kind of push it back a couple of days because
yes,
you had to upgrade, and I actually had to find the paints. Because,
hi, Seth, Best Path Gaming, thank you.
Hey, welcome, everybody. Yeah, welcome. We're gonna do batch painting.
Yeah, music to paint. Yep, I'm working on getting that pretzel rocks thing you told me about. That actually pays the artist when you play the music.
What?
Yes.
How much?
How much? Do you know, Seth, how much they pay him?
Yeah. Come on, tell us how much. I want to know how much we get paid. Come on.
We don't get paid. The music artist gets paid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well, that's that's good too, I guess.
Yeah, that is good. That is good. Because instead of stealing their music, they're getting paid.
Of course, that makes sense.
As artists, we can totally relate to that.
Absolutely.
Yep. People love to steal our stuff because it's so awesome.
Yes, that's right.
All right, so
do we want to do a little tiny bit of review? Or?
We got sticks with tits. Oh, he knows the split.
That's how
I thought, hey, is your music on there? The lion's share to the artist, 70% and 30%.
70%.
Yeah, 70% to the artist.
That's a big deal.
That is fantastic.
Awesome. Good to know. And
that is good.
We would definitely love to play
music.
music.
Need to get your music on there.
Yeah, we'd love to play some music where the artist actually gets paid. That would be amazing. I totally
want you guys to write us a song for Girls Game 2.
Yeah, compose a theme.
Yeah, we need a theme song.
And you'll get paid for it.
Here's the story.
By Twitch, right?
Of a lovely lady. I know, 4 days left on the streaming bundle. I saw that.
4 days left?
Humble bundle.
Oh my gosh, we're getting all sorts of messages.
Yes.
What's going on?
Whoop, whoop.
This is...
Hey!
It only took us 5 episodes.
Something's not modded right. Hey, I made you a manager, Steph, so feel free to mod.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I don't know all these terms, so
I know. I'm speaking Twitch language here. I put my paint shirt on.
We'll get there. All right. Well, so we got our paint.
You borked my bot. Thank you.
We got our new.
I think. Thanks.
Our new contrast.
Feel free to bork it some more.
Our new contrast paints. This is the Magos purple.
Ooh.
And it looks more like.
Now
blue.
check this out. This is their new paint.
Yes.
Now you don't have to prime with this. I think. Am I screaming? No. I get excited and I scream.
Can everybody hear it?
I'm sure.
So it doesn't sound... Does that sound like...
That sounds really thin.
It is very thin. It's much thinner than I thought it was going to be. Because
I thought it'd be thick.
Yeah, everybody said, you put it on real thick and then it'll dry. It'll be magical. It's, like this magic stuff.
I thought it'd be like pouring paint. Pouring that. I was doing that paint pour and I thought I could do this over minis and get some really cool shit.
I think there's a similar principle involved with like the self-leveling part of it. And it just that it wants to... The darker aspect of the paint... wants to find the crevices of all the detail. Mm-hmm. So anything that's got like higher detail rather than real smoothness to it tend to create a better effect. So this is a really great mini to work with of the zombies that we've been painting these last few weeks. So
these are primed.
Yes, they're primed, and I primed them in ceramite white, which is actually a different color than they recommend. But with this contrast paint, I think the main thing is that you just use a primer that you want to make sure you use a smooth primer. Because
now, is this their primer?
Yeah, this is their brand. This is the one that they came out with before they came out with the contrast paint. Mm-hmm. So they recommend that you use the newer ones. That one's called Gray Seer, which is like a blue gray, really high.
I saw that.
Yeah, really light grayish blue tone. And then the other one's Wraithbone, which is more of like a bone color.
Thank you very much for telling us about this Humble Bundle. Seth is telling us about the Humble Bundle.
Okay, yeah.
You can get $25 for a year sub to Face Rig Pro for Life, Action for Life, and a year subscription to some other cool shit. And yeah, I'm actually thinking about doing the $25 one.
Cool.
And you can get pretzel rocks on there. And there's 4 more days left with so check that out at humblebundle.com.
So what is it though?
So it's for streamers and gamers.
Okay. It's a kit. It's like a kit.
It's like a kit.
Apps and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Because I know about Humble Bundle, but I didn't know what this particular.
And they have actually a few different things going on right now.
Okay.
Besides the streamer kit, cool. So go check out Humble Bundle.
Yeah. All right, we're doing some plugs right now.
Yeah, we are.
Speaking of plugs, I got these
Citadel
from
Gaming Depot, right?
Depot, yeah. It's just down the street. It's on Southern and McClintock.
Yes, so, our friendly local gaming store.
Exactly, that's my favorite one. I've actually been going there for over 20 years. So
I think I can put a link in.
Yes, that would be great. Oh, they would definitely love that for sure.
Oh. I had to approve my chat rules to put a link in.
Hold on. Okay. Well, we'll get there. I mean, I'll make sure to mention them again in the future. You know, I did tell them as I was buying these paints that I was excited about promoting them. So
fabulous!
We'll find a way to make it happen for sure.
Oh, definitely. We'll definitely get them promoted.
Patty and Paul are amazing.
Patty and Paul.
Yep.
Is it Paul?
I think so.
Or is it John?
Uh-oh.
Patty's amazing, and her other half is great.
We definitely know she's named Patty.
No matter what his name is.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay,
they're great.
You know, I just hit the stream trying to put in a thing, and I got my darn chat rules in the way.
So as you're doing that, I'm just gonna do a really quick review.
Go for it.
So, before we jump around, I didn't want to jump around too much.
Yeah, no, go for it.
I'm so excited about these new paints.
I'm so excited about these new paints.
And this is the first time you're ever going to be using them, right?
Yeah. I haven't used them at all.
Yeah.
Contrast Magos. Is this the purple you used on here?
Well, see,
Or did you get a lighter purple,
where
too?
I was going for that. Because there's also this one called Shyish Purple.
Uh-huh.
And I picked that up thinking, well, let's see. How do I spin this? Okay. Shyish Purple. Well, you probably can't even really see it, but you can just trust me. That's what it's called. It's a very dark purple, and honestly, that did not get quite the result I was hoping for.
No,
because it's so much darker. But in this light, you can really kind of see what's happening here, and that's one coat of paint. So
that's it?
Yeah. One coat of paint on all of these
colors. Look how dark that is with just one coat of paint.
Yeah, over a white primer, no less, right?
Oh, wow.
So a lot of people said it's just an ink with medium. It's not really just an ink. There's something more to it, and I don't really know what it is because it's a little thicker than an ink would be. It's definitely thicker than washes. Most washes. Yeah. It's got something in it. When you actually open it up and if you smell it, it smells different too. So there's something different.
Y'all know I'm going to do that.
Yeah, there's definitely something different chemical-wise happening here.
Spill it.
And, of course it creates a similar effect as an ink, but particularly with the light colors. Does it smell a little bit like astringent, like ammonia or something?
It's not ammonia.
Or alcohol?
It kind of smells like old socks.
Well, maybe old socks kind of become a little bit of alcohol after a while. Who knows? I don't even know if I want to go there.
It's not alcohol. I use a lot of rubbing alcohol.
Yeah, I did a test with that. But
it does have a distinct. Oh wait. And no, I'm not. It totally looks like I'm sniffing paint here. Yeah. It's not. I'm not huffing paint. I swear.
That one's too far away this time. But now it's doing the zoom on me now. But my face is. It's because my face isn't in there.
It's kind of a vinegary smell.
Okay, vinegar. Okay.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay.
It's kind of a vinegary smell.
That's definitely different than what the normal paints smell like.
Oh yeah, it totally smells. Give me a normal paint so I can compare.
Okay, this is a normal GW metallic. Well, it's a metallic, but it's got the same stuff in it, other than the mica flakes, of course.
Heidi sniffing paint.
That's what we're actually doing in this podcast or webcast today.
It's a sniffing paint.
I'm sorry, I keep calling it podcast, but I know I'll learn the difference eventually.
Okay.
It's
got the undertone. It's got.
What are the notes? Are there floral notes in there?
There are some. They have some similar notes.
Yeah, similar notes.
I'm
but not
screaming
the same.
again, aren't I?
Not the same.
They have similar notes. I get excited and I scream. I need to keep my voice down.
I've probably been peeking too, so
yeah,
peeking on the game.
I see it when it starts to peak in that yellow. I'm like, ooh, I need to bring it down.
You could turn the game down, right? Or
it is.
Did?
I believe it's.
Oh,
wait, the game's on this side.
We're already maxing it anyway.
Yeah, the game's down.
Okay. So you should be able to hear us though, so that'll be good. You'll definitely hear us.
Oh yeah, you heard that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You know what it is? This has the same undertone.
Uh-huh.
I have a hell of a snoz.
Okay.
People get in the 80s, people kept it away from their stuff.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah, it's got the same undertone, but it's not as strong.
Okay, so it's something about the chemical that's stronger. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
it's not as much. I can't get it closed, so be careful.
Yeah, I know sometimes these are funny, but
yeah. Okay.
A lot of people complain about that. That's a whole other. We could do a whole webcast.
Well, I have spilled quite a bit.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've spilled quite a bit of Citadels because of that thing.
I've got some tips for that, but we can do a thing like that one of these features.
Oh, I'll get that up. www.humble bundle.
So yeah, we've got the contrast. Like I said, I did a test with that darker purple, and it looks good. I mean, it's done for the purpose of the game, and of course we'll do the basing later. But I thought it was a little dark because this is actually what we went for. Well, so you can't really tell the difference. They both look purple. It's the way lighting is purple with any kind of red in it. It just tends to look blue. So trust me when I say this is a much more reddish purple. And honestly, that's a trouble with printing. It's a trouble with video constantly. And in fact, you've got this is an OT light, which is a color correcting light. But you've got the OT light, and then you've got all the other ambient lights that are creating. Yeah,
I got quite a few studio lights. So in case you hadn't noticed, we're pretty well lit here.
It's the camera itself that's lying to us. It's not what we're seeing. It's the camera. Because the camera is a liar. Yeah. Oh. It approximates those colors. So
really?
That's why they come out. Well, like, these are two very different colors. Can you, like, you can definitely...
Are they making them look the same?
And they look almost... Oh, when I put them up close...
One does look a little darker. Okay, give me one.
It's mostly value that you're seeing.
Give me the one that's definitely a lot different.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, this one's definitely a lot different.
This is the lighter one. Let's try that camera. Okay, so that definitely looks darker. Let's try it on that camera over here too. Whoop. Yeah. Can you see both of them? Just to see the color itself. So even though it looks blurry,
I have a feeling I'm gonna be doing
so this. on that camera, you can really see it. Look at that.
See, he loves his camera.
Yeah, and for some reason, that's not even the close-up cam. I don't know what it is about this one camera. It's just
he likes the 922. I'm gonna be doing this.
It picks up colors better. So maybe we just got to switch them out. And
I can tell we're gonna, but it's not a close-up. It's not a stalker.
Right. Well, I think that it likes my face too much. So as you've seen in previous episodes. So
yes, that's why we took the stalker off of us.
But yeah, we want to get something that's a little closer to that this reddish purple here. It's not even really that red.
Might have to bring it closer
on the camera.
I wonder if we could.
And on the camera, I just it's more to see the color than the detail. You know, really more than anything.
You don't care about our faces.
Yeah.
Like, wait, we want to see Heidi, though.
Yeah. We want to see both of us, right? I mean, you're the host and I'm the co-host. So,
exactly. You want to see us both. I can always scoot over.
I mean, Picard is, Picard is definitely great. Definitely great. But you got to have Riker, too, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to have Riker. Okay, so
All right.
I know we're jumping around a lot, but that's okay because everybody knows what we're doing here now. You pretty much we're gonna do batch painting. So, what I did was I made
tits on a stick.
Yes, which is a Home Depot paint stirrer or ruler from a dollar store, and the tits part are
here, baby.
Poster tack. So you just use this nifty poster tack here.
And you make tits.
Everybody knows what that stuff is.
Y'all know how to make tits,
like
right? Just pucker up.
Yeah.
And don't blow.
Roll them down, push them down on the bottom, roll them toward a point. And what that does, because you do that, it'll kind of catch at the point as you push down on these. It'll kind of catch and spread out the surface area. And you want to kind of space them out enough to where you've got some room to actually paint these guys. And ideally, all you have to do is go down the line with each color. Just go down the line with each color.
I don't have enough tits.
Okay. So maybe spin it around a little bit if it's kind of... Okay. It should be okay.
No, I have one to me.
Oh, these are extra guys. Yeah. So I didn't want to try to fit 6 on one. So you should be able to fit about 5 28mm approximately on a single paint stirrer / ruler. Okay, so once you've done that, you got them all primed. We've done a whole episode on priming. I believe it was episode
3,
2,
2,
maybe. That's when we decided on what kind of primer to use.
Yeah, I think it was 2.
That is the important thing. I did skip over that. For this contrast paint, you want to make sure you get a primer
right there, Salty.
that leaves a smooth finish. Okay, you want to have one that leaves a smooth finish. So in other words, if it's gritty at all,
this is pretty smooth.
It's probably not going to work. It's probably not going to work as well as they want it to for the this method. It's really more of a system or a method than it is some kind of revolutionary thing, which is fine. It's the same kind of stuff in a bottle or in a pot that you can make at home, but people haven't really quite figured out exactly what it is. It's probably pretty close to the Tamiya Clear paints that you can buy they're more for military, the military scale models. They're used more for that because they tend to have a shinier finish, so they look good on like tanks and stuff. Or alternatively, a lot of people are saying that this contrast paint is essentially the same thing that you could make with floor wax mixed with paint or ink.
Floor wax,
which I'm like
Futura.
Yeah.
Like what we used to use all this.
Yeah. And I've heard of that for a long time.
Okay,
I've heard of that for a long time, and they call it a dip method. So you just dip the whole miniature in that stuff and then let it dry. And I'm like, you know what? I've heard about that for years. I don't trust it. I don't trust using floor wax and paint. I just don't trust it. Haven't ever tried it. They come out with this stuff.
Totally try it.
Well, we can.
We should totally try it.
We could do it as a test. I could find...
Just like I did my poor man's pour.
I could find a perfect paint that matches this one because it's the Citadel. This is essentially Citadel.
I think we should totally try it.
It's a Citadel paint.
We can get that floor wax totally at the dollar store.
Yeah. Well, we'll find a YouTube. If any of your viewers actually knows how to make it, you could send us the recipe and we can try it out.
Completely.
And give you credit. We would be happy to give you credit. And, maybe plug something that you want to get plugged. So that's something potentially...
We're doing it. We're doing it.
Okay, so then we can do, in a future episode, we can do one in contrast and one with the floor wax.
The floor wax.
Floor wax versus contrast.
The floor wax.
It's going to happen here. Yes. Okay, so we're going to actually get to painting, I think. I think
we're painting.
Yeah.
We're painting. So I was going to give you another camera, but nope, you don't get it.
So I'm going to grab...
I don't know why all my cameras aren't working, but...
I'm going to grab some of this Magos purple, and I'm just going to throw it on the palette here. Everybody kind of sees it just looks like a big black blob, but you see I'm putting out a good amount here, because we're going to be painting quite a few minis here. And if it starts kind of getting dried...
Crazy.
Starts feeling a little dried, I can throw in some of the medium, which you're supposed to, allegedly... use the contrast medium for the contrast paints. And I
Oh, the lithium.
Yeah, well, no, it's a different kind actually. It's
Oh.
a special contrast medium. So
technical contrast medium,
yes.
they call it.
Yes, and you know what?
Because it's technical.
I did forget to get a. I have water, but I forgot to get a paper towel. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna clean that out. I'm just gonna.
I have some down on this bottom shelf. I might be able to reach.
Okay. Well, if you can, I'll just use my shirt because it's an old shirt. So. Even though I love it, though, it's a Discworld shirt, everybody. Oh. I didn't know it was that far. I'm sorry.
No, it's actually pretty close.
Okay.
As long as I don't... No!
Yeah, I don't want you to fall.
As long as I don't drop this cup.
Well, here, let me just... I can get out, too,
no,
you know?
I got it.
Okay.
I got it.
I just didn't know where to look.
I'm just using my toes.
This is not my studio, so... Yeah.
To get this stuff off the shelf.
I am actually going to go and throw some of that contrast medium in here right now, just so that way we can make sure... I have
very dexterous feet.
It's just so it doesn't get... Ah, look at that! Yay!
No.
Just going to throw a couple of dabs of that medium in here.
You only knew what was going on underneath this table.
Just spread it out here a little bit, and so we got enough for probably 2 or 3 each.
And this is the purple?
Yeah, this is the purple. And it looks very red, which is what we wanted. We wanted it to be kind of more of a reddish purple, and it doesn't like that white, does it? No, I can't show it on that one. Not without spilling it. Okay, so...
You know what we don't have is the thing that...
keeps time?
We put them on.
Oh, we're
our little base.
We're not using those because we're using the paint sticks, right?
Oh, I meant once they're done, we normally have that on a little base on there.
Oh, to display?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That's what we normally do.
Yeah. We'll make sure to remember to do that next time. Okay, so we got some paint. We're going to grab some paint. You don't have to have a very good brush. You're just covering...
I was just going to ask you which brush should I use.
Use one of the yellow, blue, green handles. Yeah.
Okay.
And just start painting the skin.
And this is the skin.
The one thing is you want to avoid getting into any of the other areas that you do not want to be this color. And we do have a primer that we can do to touch up if that happens.
Oh.
So it's not like all or nothing kind of thing. But for this particular method, that's the way they want us to do it. But this is going to be much quicker overall because you don't have all those fussy highlight layers or anything else. Base coat, wash, highlight. You don't have any of that with this. It's all one
coat. Thank you, Senpai. Hey, we just got our first subscription.
All right.
Well, thank you very much.
We noticed you, Senpai.
Thank you. That's pretty awesome.
I'm sure that's going to get old, but whatever.
Welcome to our neighborhood.
Okay, so you just...
I need to, get a big old... Haha, that's awesome. I need to get a big old ceremony for you people when you subscribe.
Yeah, we'll work on that. Some kind of badge or something.
And I literally just got my Twitch affiliate set up before we went on. I got my text information and everything done. So I don't even have my emotes. But I will get my emotes done tonight, Senpai. I'm going to make a Famipo emote. So y'all have Famipo emotes.
All right.
When you subscribe, you get those. So I'm definitely getting that done.
So I'm just being really careful.
I'm trying to be really careful.
Yeah.
These legs are difficult.
Well, it's easy to catch on the spikes too. So
yeah,
good for these guys.
All right, I'm going for the belly now. See, I'm right here, and you guys can't even see me. I'm trying to see where you might be able to see me, but I guess you can't see me painting. So
one thing to keep in mind when you're using this,
you can see Dane. That's what's important.
When you keep when you use this stuff is to you want it. The idea here is you want it to get into the recesses. That's really the main goal. But you're also covering the top layers too, because this is emulating exactly what I talked about in the very first episode, the principle of paint, which is mass tone and undertone. So
is that skin right there?
Yeah, definitely.
That's not armor.
I don't think so.
Kind of looks armory.
Yeah, when it's white primed, it's a little harder. Well, definitely harder to read when it's black primed because you can't hardly see anything. But I don't think I have that same guy.
I'm not sure if we
well
test. Did they test this dude?
Yeah, there is. It does look like there is a little...
Yeah, there's like a little
belt.
belt.
That's his boob.
Isn't that a belt? It's going across
there's a
his
belt.
chest?
There's a belt. So if you want to avoid that, you can. But otherwise, you can always go back in.
Oh my goodness, somebody's trying to call me again.
You can always
Should
go
we
back
take
in.
the phone call on my watch?
Yeah. It's like a choose your own adventure, right? Like
it totally is. Comment if you want me to take this phone call on my watch.
Yeah.
Oh, they hung up.
Oh well.
It might have been Dean Reader. I don't know who the hell he is.
What? Wait, what? You know his name, but you don't know who he is?
Yeah, my phone just told me that it might be Dean Reader.
It actually says it might be somebody?
That's what it says. It might be Dean Reader.
Wow.
So
that's weird.
Isn't that interesting?
Like, it's his phone, but
it's his phone, but we don't know if it's him calling.
Might actually be him calling. His phone was stolen.
Hey, I have a smartphone.
Oh, get it?
Right. Bum.
So on the bottom here, these zombie-side guys, they've got like, yeah, I have to use my visor. I'm getting
He's getting old. He's like 8 years younger than me. But men, they mature faster than women. No, wait, it's the other way around.
I'm pretty sure it's the other way around, yeah.
I think actually that's just when we're young, when we're younger children.
Yeah.
Then I think we hit like our 30s and it like maybe goes backwards and you guys just start aging. And we
don't get any smarter. We just get old.
We just are like fine wine. That's what happens with women.
Yeah, I definitely don't feel like I'm getting any smarter. I just feel like I'm getting older. That's all.
Oh, I'm definitely getting smarter.
I peaked. I'm joking, of course. But
I know you are.
It's that whole self-deprecating humor thing, right? Okay, so you know what? Actually, this is really only enough paint for 2 minis.
Oh, and see, I've only got. Whoops-a-daisy.
One of them fell. Is it one that?
Man down.
Yeah. So that is one trick with this. Is like a lot of people actually even super glue their minis.
Well, that's fascinating.
Yeah, that seems like it's
a little extreme.
Yeah, because then you take the chance of breaking it as you're trying to take it off.
Take it off.
Right.
Exactly.
So I just finished one.
All right, so I'm a little slower than him, I think.
That's okay. So you can already see that's pretty close to what, I mean, at least with this light, it's still pretty bright. So wish there was a way to filter that out just a little bit, but it really likes the white. So what it does is it makes the contrast really high.
So I made his feet super dark and the rest of him light.
This guy, so you can just see the color, right? Don't be worried about it looking blurry, because what you're seeing is what really matters is the color. And it actually looks a lot lighter than the primed the other example that I did. So if you want to go over in another, now it's zooming in, right? Of course.
Yeah, now it's zooming in and it's not focusing.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll get some
focus.
More. Thank you. Some more of that Magos purple.
Okay, so I'm gonna move on to this dude.
Yeah. Oh, you're ready to move on to another one?
Well, I think. Good. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can always do if they don't.
I can always come back.
Yep, exactly. And then plus you have your kind of landmark.
Duncan rule.
Yeah, well, it's a little different because it's these coats are definitely thicker.
We gotta make the GGT rule.
Yeah, exactly.
GGT rule.
Okay, so this one I'm gonna add a little tiny bit of that.
Do I have another call coming in? Oh dear God.
A little bit of that medium again.
I'm gonna take it if they keep calling.
Just add a drop of it. It doesn't really need much.
Okay, so we're adding a drop, a dash. What are we adding?
Oh, just the medium, so that way it's not.
Not down, and it's the one I was painting.
Okay.
Uh-oh. That's not good. All right, so
it's,
I see an issue.
Sure, it's fine.
I gotta press harder, I think.
Yeah, you wanna kind of flatten it out as much as you can. It's not perfect. There's a lot of different ways to do it, but this is definitely one that's been working for me.
Well, and I normally do this when I prime.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but then you spray prime.
I spray prime. Yeah. I'm a sprayer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said it.
So if this looks too light, you can always go back in and do another coat.
This is looking very magenta-y to me.
Yeah, it is, and that may be where we want to do another coat with a really thin, shyish purple. If it's
shyish purple.
Yeah, that's the darker one that I showed earlier.
This is Magos.
Yeah, this is Magos, and it's not quite pink.
So they changed all the names. Did they just do this so they could make up new names?
Well, these are new paints too. So the actual paints themselves are different.
Well, yeah, that's
consistency
true.
And stuff. Yeah, so they wanted to make sure to differentiate as much as possible. But we should be able to get. How are we doing on time? I was thinking.
Oh, we're good.
If we get close, we'll just stop before we finish all 5 on each row, and then do the other colors. So I just want to make sure we can try to get as many of the colors as we can in one episode. Because
yeah, no, we got lots of time.
Okay.
Because we can run over, and I just gotta meet that dude at QT who wants to look at my drum at 7.
Your drum?
Yeah, I'm selling a drum.
Oh, okay.
And I've had it on offer up forever.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's only $40. It's a little Djembe. And
oh yeah.
And
it's a famous brand for sure.
And so it's a type of gem. And
oh, that's right. I was thinking of Zildjian.
Oh yeah, that is a brand.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, he got in touch with me, and he's all, I can look at it.
Why?
It's like, okay, you can look at it. Well, you know, that's lovely. Yeah. Like, I got time to take time out of my day for him to look at it. You know?
Oh, okay.
It'd be one thing if it was like $100 drum or something, you know, but it's like a little $40 drum.
Just buy it, dude.
Just buy it. Just give me the 40. Just say, okay, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Or, you know, or haggle or whatever you're going to do, but I can look at it. So, we're going to look at it.
Okay.
Hopefully it's not going to take too long because it's 7:30.
Yeah.
We have a surprise stream.
Well, it's not a surprise anymore.
No, not for the people watching it, not for our subscribers. Yeah. We're going to play Comet.
Oh, okay. That's the pyramid game.
You're going to stay and play with us?
I won't be able to, unfortunately.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah, pyramid power. You can activate pyramid power.
Oh, okay.
Every time I think that, I think of the Wonder Twins.
Uh-huh.
Wonder Twin power activate. So I'm like, pyramid power activate. Yeah, and there's Obelisk, which totally look like penises.
Okay.
And because they do.
Which is, yeah.
You know, the Washington Monuments and Obelisk.
It's always been the idea, I think.
Yeah.
Really.
Oh, I think so too.
Yeah,
They're totally phallic.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna take that off for now because it's trying to fall. And
well, yeah, and you know,
and there's battle, and there's these cool minis. Because if you could stay, I'd be like, you want to just stay and paint these minis while we play? Use the contrast paints.
Commission.
There's like a scorpion, and there's an elephant, and there's these really cool minis. And when Rodney from Watch It played, when he did it, he commissioned them and he got them painted really up nice.
Nice.
And yeah, and so then when we watched that video, of course, Jecka was all, well, we should paint ours. And I'm like, yeah, I don't have time for that.
Huh.
This girl don't got time for that. So, because I've been doing way too much stuff. I don't have time to get those painted before we play it. I'm going to paint them. Now that I've seen them painted, I got to paint them. They're really cool minis. There's like one of them scarab bugs. They're really cool minis.
Cool. Yeah.
So, it's going to be one of those things we're going to have to paint and play. Oh, hey, we got a series about that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're in it.
Hey, yeah, we are. So we're definitely going to have to do that.
Paint it, play it.
Speaking of. Yeah. You're one of them I haven't told about this. So we're going to be doing this marathon.
Okay.
August 8th to the 9th.
What?
Yeah.
What is it?
So I'm going to stream from starting Thursday, August 8th at like 5 p.m. And we're just going to go, hopefully, until Friday at like 8 or 9 p.m. And I'm going to try to stream every single show we have. So I'm hoping you can come and paint something.
Cool.
Yeah, sometime in that time.
Okay.
And I even said, well, Dane will come paint a game. And So
Yeah.
we're gonna have to find like a little game you can
Just paint all your minis for you.
Yeah, that's right. You can just come on in overnight and paint.
Yeah. Yeah. My shift starts tomorrow at 5 a.m. Yeah.
So we're kicking it off with Real Girls Cosplay.
Cool.
They're gonna come in studio, and I think we're gonna make the fur tails and ears. You know, that I wanted so bad to buy, but they're like, you're not gonna buy them. We're gonna make them.
Okay.
And then we're gonna have you come on, and we're gonna paint a game like Comet or something like that only has like 4 or 5 miniatures.
For example.
For example, yeah, or Grim Forest or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, one of those games that only has a few miniatures.
Mm-hmm.
And
cool.
Or My Little Scythe or something like that, or the Scythe Factory. That might be something else we might do. I'm gonna try to print up a Scythe Factory. Ooh, spoiler alert! And so then I'm also hoping to get Ryan to come do the final Fenris game, because we'll be to that point where it's final Fenris. And then we're gonna play a Betrayal, because it will be Betrayal week.
All right.
And then we're also going to do some of the alphabet challenge. And then we might even be debuting a new series. We'll see.
Okay.
And it's all for charity.
Sweet.
So we're streaming for Extra Life.
Okay.
Charity. So it's a charity for the Children's Phoenix Hospital.
Okay.
And so we'll be raising money for them as we're streaming.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, and it's dead right in the middle of the summer when, you always got to find something to do or something to watch. There's never anything on TV So we're going to be on. Yeah.
Great. Awesome.
Yeah. So it's going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to it, and we're going to have such great programming, and we're going to be dead tired. We're going to get people to bring us Dutch Brothers. Gonna be like, hey, come play with us. Bring us some Dutch Brothers.
Yeah, along your way, because it's right down the street.
Yeah,
right?
we're gonna have giveaways and raffles, and we're gonna get lots of people to just have a grand old time and play with us. Great. We might even do karaoke, puppet karaoke.
Okay,
come in and do puppet karaoke with us.
Definitely interested. In karaoke.
I was thinking puppet karaoke sounded fun. Yeah. And I was thinking that sounded a lot of fun.
I know they're doing that at Gen Con. They do it every year.
Maybe some story time and ASMR. Oh.
Well, we got a message?
Yeah, someone's depressed. I'm sorry you're so depressed. You need to pull out some paints and paint with us. Yeah. It's really hard to be depressed when you're painting.
Yeah, you get to focus on just the painting.
You really do. You get to focus. I know I've had a heck of a week myself, and I've just been looking forward to just doing this so that I could just focus on my paint.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
One thing I did want to mention that I noticed is pushing down the base as you're painting can be really helpful for this method.
I was just kind of doing that myself. I was just pushing on the base because this guy was starting to poof up.
Yeah, if you can feel it kind of moving on you. And some of these details are too fine.
Since his depression has depression. He's so depressed.
Who?
This one of our followers.
Is it Matt?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay.
He's got a name I don't recognize.
Oh, okay.
I think he's a new follower. Welcome.
Yeah, hopefully watching us paint will,
Yeah, hopefully that will help.
We want to help however we can.
Yeah. So. And we're going to be gaming later, and that's going to be fun. Sadie's going to be coming to game with us. She's just a blast.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. She's so much fun.
How do you know her?
I met her at Arizona Game Fair.
Oh, okay.
So whenever I go to conventions, I try to teach a game or two, and to reach out to women in gaming. And I always send that invitation out to watch the channel, and if you enjoy or want to join us in gaming, to get in touch with me, because I'm always looking for players and people who want to game and be part of our neighborhood. And Sadie was one of those people. And so she did, and I was so happy to have her join us. And she first joined us on our big Holas game. Our big it was supposed to be 7-player, but it ended up being 6. But we had so much fun. And I asked her to come back and join us for Betrayal, and she has. And now she's joining us for some of our alphabet challenge. And she's just so much fun.
Great.
Amber's another one. Amber's another gal who's joined us from meeting at conventions. And so, yeah, I've met some really wonderful people and wonderful women as well as men at different venues. Conventions, workshops. I met you at Puppet Pie.
Yeah.
Shout out to Puppet Pie.
Yeah, we're doing an event this Friday.
Really?
Yeah, Chalk Art Festival.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
When is that on Friday?
7 to 10 p.m. on Grand Avenue. You can't miss it.
Hey, everybody, on Grand Avenue. It's the Chalk Art Festival in Phoenix, Arizona. Downtown. Oh, you guys need to go to that.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to go to that.
I'm doing a chalk art.
Are you?
Piece. Yes.
I did not know this, Dane.
And it's puppet related because Puppet Pie is my sponsor. So.
Hey, that's awesome.
Yeah. Stacy Gordon is the one who.
Hey guys, go down and see Dane do his chalk art.
Yeah.
And support him, and hey, go into El Charro.
Oh yeah.
On Grand Avenue. Okay, there's a couple places you need to go.
Yeah.
Go down to El Charro and have one of their dirty chais, and because they got some of the best coffee and dirty chai. Oh, and they got great tequila. Oh, and a mead. You got to have a mead flight. Oh my God, and they have really good food too. So just plan to go there and have some fun. And then right next door is Chacha's Tea House. So you want to go into Chacha's Tea House later and get some tea as well, because they have some great blends of teas. And then you got to go to Bud's Joint.
Because reasons.
Yeah, well, not just. He's got, besides his glass, he's got great glass, and he supports all local glass blowers and artists. He also has some great art.
Right.
That he
did not know that.
Yeah, he does. He supports local, just regular artists, not just glass artists.
Great.
And he shows like a gallery in there. So go into Bud's Joint right there on Grand Avenue, and they're right there. Boom, boom, boom. Kind of next to each other. That's kind of my walk when I go to Puppet Pie. Boom, boom, boom.
That's the sound you make.
I do. Ba-doom, 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 ba-doom. So yeah, and check out the Chalk Art Festival.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, you know what?
I'm definitely gonna do it. I have to.
I'm totally thinking I may have to move my stream up on Friday now, so I can make that.
Yeah. Or you can do it on location.
I could just bring Lord to Waterdeep and play there. You're right.
Yeah, I
could.
Yeah, right. You'd have to use different equipment though.
Yeah, I'd have to bring my mobile setup.
So, well, just so everybody knows, these are all painted now. So
mine are almost all painted except for the one that fell on the floor.
And I think holding it down by the base is important. Like I said, there's a lot of different ways to do this, but the main reason I like to do it this way is that I can focus on one color, just move down the line, and then another
it's Henry Ford style.
It's pretty close to an assembly line, yeah. I mean, that's it keeps you focused too.
It does.
Because if you have you gotta pick this one up, paint it. Pick this one up, paint it.
Well, it's true.
Rather than one big stick.
You're right.
Yeah.
Well, I like to hold on to big sticks. What can I say? I do.
They could be useful.
Hey, talk softly and carry a big stick. One of our presidents said that.
Yep.
Wasn't it Roosevelt?
TR. Indeed.
Teddy, he liked to hunt.
Yes, he did. Yeah, but he also liked to protect the forest. So that's
he was,
and the animals.
He was very big into forest.
The ones he didn't shoot, he wanted to protect.
That bear.
Yeah, exactly.
Bear. He was off a Teddy. Yeah.
Teddy bear, the teddy bear. If anybody's heard of
not just the teddy bear, but the protect the forest bear.
Oh, Smokey.
Smokey.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was started by Teddy.
I did not know that actually. That's
yeah.
Cool. All right. So
he just said you can't name him Teddy.
We finished our second
because there's already one of those.
Yep. We finished our second of 3 colors that we're going to use contrast with.
Second?
Yeah, so we're going to... Yeah,
we're starting our second.
Yep. This is finish up the purple, move on to the green, and I'll get you some more purple.
I just got... here it is.
I'll get you some more purple so you can finish it.
Okay. I'm a little slower. But it's okay.
Well, no, this is much faster, though.
Well, no, but I'm a little slower than you.
Well...
all right, but I think the boils are coming out better.
Kind of used to this method a little bit.
This is my very first time doing any batch painting. Do I do these boils here?
Yes. Yeah, just try to get all that weird bulbous flesh happening on the zombie.
Bulbous flesh. Yes. That's a good word.
Yeah.
Bulbous flesh.
Yes. That's the key word today, or the secret word today.
Yes, the secret word today is bulbous flesh. Do you have bulbous flesh? We have your solution for bulbous flesh.
Exactly. Alright, so I'm doing the green next. I'm using that same brush.
The same brush, so you cleaned it out.
Cleaned it out. It does.
You did your little Bob Ross thing.
Yeah, it does wash with water, but they do apparently recommend that you use only the contrast medium to thin it, which is different. Because apparently, if you thin it with water,
doing his belly,
it'll create kind of a distortion in the way it pools. So that's really what you're doing, is you're like kind of letting this paint pool, but just not too much. And you're not even really painting in the same way that you would normally.
I'm trying to get my dudes back on.
It's more like you're just kind of letting the color flow, rather than.
Ooh, he's letting it flow.
Yeah, rather than trying to do anything resembling detail or anything like that.
All right, I'm getting there.
And
I'm showing mine off
with this green.
Oh, you can't see him that well over here.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. There's something about that light.
Something about this light.
It's just so intense. Like,
maybe we should just turn the light off and just use the magnifier.
Let's see. Let's try it.
Oh, is that the only way you can turn it off?
Well, I can turn it off, but just see, because the light's out of the way now.
But you don't have the magnifier.
Yeah, that's the only problem with that.
I like having the magnifier.
The magnifier may actually be making the camera act funny. I don't know. Because it's like kind of almost like a...
I don't know. I kind of like the magnifier. What do y'all think?
Yeah.
Comment if you have a comment about the stream.
Yeah, see, oh yeah, look what it does to the color though.
Is that the light or the magnifier?
Well, I'm just gonna move it away. See, the color completely changed. I don't think the magnifier really did anything.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really hard to tell with this camera. It's just, this is the fussy one, you know? This is definitely, here.
I gotta do that fifth.
Okay, let me turn it off and see what happens.
Alright.
Alright, now let's take a look.
Turn it off.
Alright.
We're dealing now.
The light's warmer, definitely.
With no special light.
Yeah.
But you do like to paint with that light.
Yeah, and you know, that's different than filming though, right? It definitely seems that way. It definitely creates a different... We'll have to get some kind of lighting specialist to give us some advice on how to get this set up to look good. For the minis especially.
Dane's very particular about his coloring.
Yeah, I can't help it. It's, you know, teaching the color theory.
It's the art thing.
Yeah.
I don't blame you. Yeah, so the one thing that I didn't have, the one supply I didn't have when I did the pouring, that they always recommend that you have is a color wheel.
Uh-huh.
But I said, but I always say fuck the color wheel.
Yeah, you got it. I mean, if you memorize it, you don't need it nearby.
Well, I never memorized it. I always just said, if God can do it, why can't I? That's what I was told Mom when I got dressed as a child. And she'd always say, no, honey, you can't wear that. I'd be like, why? God does it. You can't put blue and green together. Well, why? God does it. The sky and the grass. And you can't do, you can't do stripes and plaids. Well, God does it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess God doesn't really do it, but I said England, Scotland.
Well, they're not. Yeah.
Merry old, I was a little bit of
England.
A smart ass as a child. Can you tell?
Merry old England does it.
That's right. Ooh. They put Irishmen and Scotmen all on the same island, Mama. That's stripes and plaids right there.
Yeah.
Just because they send the Aussies away. Yeah, I was that kid.
All right, so now I'm doing the green.
Ooh, I really got that one in deep.
I really like this green.
You like the green?
Yeah, it's a really nice one. It's a real
It looks emeraldy.
Exactly. That's a really good analog. And yeah, it's a little on the thick side, so I am gonna go ahead and throw some of that medium in there.
Is it?
Well, I mean, just because I didn't put any medium at all in that.
So it's
batch.
thicker.
Well, no, not the color itself. It's just that I didn't put medium in it. So
now, what does the medium do again?
Just thins it out a little bit.
And that helps it to flow.
Yeah, and the color is a little lighter. It's not quite as.
This two's a little different.
What?
He's got a scarf.
Yeah, I like that one. That's actually the one I'm painting right now too. All right, so moving on from two of three colors, and then the very final color we'll do a metallic. So they obviously for this effect, contrast doesn't work for metallics. They have if you're just doing this,
at least not yet.
Yeah, well, like with this method, if you're not doing if you're just using contrast paints, they tell you to use use an orange for like a brass or bronze or whatever, and I'm like, just use you can just get a metallic. Jeez, really?
Well, there's some purists out there.
Make it look metallic. It's just funny because they have metallic paint, so it's not like they're they're still going to be selling that paint, right?
Right.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be a complete replacement.
Oh, well, yeah. But I'm sure there's some people that are going to want to do the dip and go.
Yeah, just the way it is.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like, okay, we got color on it.
Well, and it is they're marketing it in a few ways. They're marketing it for beginners who have never painted before.
Yeah, like me.
Yeah. Well, no, you're not a beginner anymore. You're taking my workshop. So there you go.
Oh boy. I can't claim beginnerhood anymore.
You've already graduated.
Oh boy.
It's official.
See how it is.
And then
I forgot to do this dude's face.
They're also marketing it to people who have a ton of minis to paint, which would be me.
And me.
Yeah, so that's why this is just perfect that this came out. They were talking about it right around the time that you suggested we do a podcast, and I was like, well, whatever kind of paint they come out with, maybe it'll actually be good for this webcast to use live on the show, and it just so happens that it's exactly the right kind of paint for what you want to do, which is batch painting.
Yeah.
Essentially. Yeah. And then we'll in future episodes we'll working on of course different batches, but also characters which you want to spend more time on.
Yeah, the heroes.
The heroes, exactly. Or even the big monsters, right?
Oh yeah, we got a dragon.
Definitely want to spend a really good amount of time on.
Whoopsie daisy.
So
I hate it when that happens.
You can always use this method to get started painting something like that, and then do all the detail later.
Totally.
With something like a dragon. So this still saves a lot of time. doing just the one color per section, and then you're kind of just letting the paint do the work, rather than trying to pick up all those fine little details and all that stuff. That can be fun. Can definitely be fun, but it's super time consuming. So, as anybody knows that has painted minis before, you can spend hours and hours and hours and hours on these guys. So.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I'm about 3/5 of the way through the green,
and I just finished my purple. I'm pretty sure.
How are we doing on time?
How's that look? We're good. It's only 6:15.
Okay, cool. We started at 5:20.
I don't even remember when we started.
Okay. Well, I think it was like 5:20. So
I know we started late.
We might need to wrap it up a little soon if you need to meet somebody.
I don't have to meet him until 7.
Until 7.
And I'm meeting him like right across the street.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, at the QT.
We should have time to get to the third color then, because I'm almost there.
Yeah.
And then you're starting on the second, so. Yeah, let me just paint a little faster. I'm just being very careful. So it's funny because this does save tons of time, but it also does mean you have to actually slow down with the actual paint application. So that's something else to keep in mind when you're working with contrast. Is you're letting the paint do most of the work for you. You're saving time by not having to do base, wash, and layer. It's basically it's intended to emulate all three of those things, and that may require a couple of coats, but that's still less time than having to switch each time to different pots of paint.
Yeah,
like each of those are different paints. The wash is a different paint, the base is a different paint, the highlight, the layer is a different paint. So it will save you more time, but you do have to paint more carefully. So it's a little bit of a trade-off.
Yeah, because the other one we did like 3 different greens to get this green.
Exactly.
Right?
And it's not the exact same effect, of course.
Right.
And I don't think they've ever. I mean, marketing is marketing. You got to expect there to be some degree of exaggeration to sell a product, but I'm really pretty sure they've been fairly honest about what this actually is. It really is mainly designed for beginners, and to save time. That's really about it. It's not necessarily this miraculous product, and I don't think it was ever really intended to be thought of that way. But the one thing that I really do like about it is that there's some colors that simply are not that easy to attain. Mixing them at home, for example. They have a blue. It's called Talisar blue. Mm-hmm. And it's a very super, super intense blue. I've never really seen any kind of blue that's transparent that can do that with that intensity. It's almost like a cyan blue.
Oh yeah.
But that as the mass tone, but the undertone is a really dark blue. So I've really.
Did I just pick up the wrong color paint?
That's green.
Okay.
You need more green?
It just didn't look like it was going on as green.
So this Talisar.
Whoa, sorry, Salty.
She's sleepy now.
Wow, she looks dead of the world.
She's out
Salty
of it.
had a rough day.
Yeah.
Yeah. She made sure Mom wasn't going to go to Vegas, though.
Oh, you were going to go to Vegas?
I was going to go to Vegas. Gosh. I had a room and everything. Yeah. I canceled my room, though.
Oh, well, at least you're able to do that.
I had a casino invited 2-night stay.
Uh-huh.
Hey, hi, Martian Cat.
Hey, welcome.
Welcome.
Do you have any questions on the contrast
We are
paints?
batch painting with the new contrast paints from Citadel. They just came out this weekend.
Yep.
And they're made to make this much faster.
Yeah.
And I will admit, this is going much faster than they normally would.
Yeah, and you can always go back in and add more, like I was saying. This is not necessarily the only step for anybody that wants to do anything remotely advanced, But again, saves you time. More than anything.
Do his hood. This guy looks a little bit like Death.
Yeah, there's some gnarly looking dudes in this.
There is some gnarly looking dudes. Howdy, hi, Raven Knocked. We are painting the zombie side minis. Now we're actually working on an expansion. We have the Green Horde and 2 expansions, and this is the Friends and Foes expansion. Here, let's kind of show you here if I can get them in here. Monitor work. Whoops, that's okay.
Yeah,
so I got one color there, and I'm working on my second color here. And we're going to end up with 3 colors, right?
Yes, 3 colors and a metallic.
And a metallic.
Yeah.
Now, we did a test, not with these, with a whole bunch of paints. How many steps were in that test? 6?
Well, more than that. I'll look it up really quick. Yeah, that purple got into that green a little tiny bit, which is fine.
Oh, yeah, my greens into my purples.
Yeah.
But I wanted to show that because I'm not a perfect painter. Well, and I wanted to see what happened when that happened. Because I knew that was going to happen with me.
Well, again.
But I thought maybe I could go back with my purple.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I got my green into my purple. Whoop! And that happened. And then I got my purple into my green. If it close up on the chest, you can see it. Let's see if that will do it.
There, well, you can see the colors. It's just that
it just doesn't want it.
Yeah. Oh, that darker area at the bottom of the cloak is where the purple is.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can kind of see.
Yeah.
And then
there it goes.
There it goes.
We need that detail. That's what we need.
Yeah.
We need a special, just dedicated to just detail.
But... Yeah, she loves the look of it.
Great.
Yeah, and I like these colors. We did take some time to choose our color themes, and that's a whole episode, actually.
Exactly.
About choosing your color themes.
That was part of episode 2, I believe. The other
I think that was.
Picking your primer.
Yep.
Picking your primer and your color scheme.
I think you're right.
Yep. Okay, so I just finished step 2.
And here in Arizona, we're having some allergy issues. We're not sick. we just all have bronchial asthma around here, which, everybody with asthma or allergies moves to Arizona because you got the dry air, and if you don't already have allergies, you'll get them when you move here.
Yeah, it might have something to do with all those introduced plants, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that aren't indigenous.
Exactly.
And so that's what happened to me is when I got moved here when I was 3, I developed a ton of allergies, and I basically became allergic to the world. And I became the girl in the bubble. Yeah. And I have been working towards becoming out of my bubble ever since.
Yeah. Well, good.
Yeah.
Okay, so this third color, I didn't even say what green that was. That was Warp Lightning.
Warped Lightning.
Yeah, Warp Lightning. Yep.
Warped Lightning.
It's the Skaven. It's the Skaven's favorite color.
The Skaven's favorite color.
Yeah. Do you know about the Skaven?
I don't. Tell me about the Skaven.
They're not that interesting.
They sound interesting.
They're rat creatures, humanoid rats, basically.
Oh, okay.
And they have plague powers.
So like and I can't say it now. Anthropomorphic?
Yeah, anthropomorphic, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, anthropomorphic rats. So like Splinter.
That would be a buzzword if you're drinking.
Yeah, they're like Splinter but evil.
Ooh.
Yeah. A whole bunch of evil Splinters. Just imagine how much fun that would be.
I had someone look at my art and say they thought I should do furry art, like furry fetish art. You just made me think of some.
Oh, okay. There's plenty out there on the internet. Rule 42. Wait, Rule 40.
No, that's not Rule
38.
That's gotta be something else, because Rule 42 is the meaning of life.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you always should have a towel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, especially if you're looking up.
Furries,
yeah.
Furry fetish.
Yeah. There you go.
How we got there, but
hey.
But we did, because, hey, you're on with Heidi.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about this next color. I call it. It is called.
What do you call it?
I like to call it.
What do you call it?
I kind of like to call it the Midnight Special.
Well, what does Citadel call it?
Citadel calls it. They call it Skeleton Horde.
Ooh, that is a midnight special.
Yeah, potentially, yes. For
sure. It is. What did they call it
it's
again?
It's a other kind of furry, right?
Yeah, it is.
I don't even know where we're going with that. So, Skeleton Horde. It's
puppet karaoke coming to our marathon.
Exactly. We're getting warmed up for it.
You better bring Zombie Dave for that.
Oh, I could definitely do that.
I think you should.
Definitely do that.
I think Zombie Dave should be on our video cast.
Puppet karaoke. So we'll have to figure out. I will have to learn some monitor work if that happens.
Yeah, right? You are. You're gonna have to do some monitor work.
Yeah.
Monitor work.
Okay.
I don't know if Stacy watches this, but if she is, she's laughing at us right now.
It's possible, yeah. It's possible. So this stuff is really great. It's the first time I've ever used it. I did do some experiments at home with some of these colors before we started. And this stuff, honestly, this is the stuff that's standing out to me already as like one of the best colors. So it's a bone color.
I think I need...
hence the skeleton. Yeah, I know.
I need more green.
We got a bunch of them here. We just got all these names. We got all the jokes.
We do.
You need more green. I'll get you some more green. Just a second here.
I do. I need more green.
Get you some more green. Okay.
I still got several to go, and this green is dried out on me. So
for this skeleton horde, what you want to do is the spikes and the bandages on the zombies. That's what. And
the armor, but not the armor.
No, we're not doing the armor yet. So any of the areas with the armor that even if you just covered it with another color, it's fine because you're just going to paint over that with metallic.
Metallic, and it will cover.
Metallic.
It's not a contrast.
Exactly. Metallic is definitely going to work for you to cover up any of those contrast areas you painted. So, like I said before, you only need, for this whole process that we're showing today, you only need 3 contrast paints. And then if you want to thin it out a little bit, get some medium. It's up to you. How intense do you want that effect?
Medium or not.
Yeah, and the green actually is so intense that it kind of stands out pretty much. It's
very intense.
Yeah, pretty much no matter how much or how little I've thinned it. So.
Okay, we're at 6:30.
Okay.
So we have like 10, 15 minutes tops.
Okay.
So we'll need to start wrapping up, but we will be back. It's 7:30-ish. Probably closer to 8, truthfully. Mm-hmm. With Komet.
Okay.
Yeah, Pyramid Power. We're going to play our K game tonight because I thought I was going to be going to Vegas, so I moved it up. But that's okay. We'll still be back tomorrow with our L game because I needed to figure out a place for it. And so it all ended up working out.
Great.
Yeah, I think I just made part of his leg green.
Okay, no problem. You can always go back in. So with this particular...
I love how he always says, no problem.
Yeah, well, it's true.
Because it's paint.
Exactly. You can always go back in with your...
You don't have to stress out. It's paint, people.
If you're not relaxing doing this, then you might need to rethink.
You're doing something wrong.
You might need to rethink your situation here because...
Or this hobby.
I stress out... Okay, I gotta admit.
I'm a hypocrite.
I'm a hypocrite. Yeah, but when I'm doing the stuff I really care about, of course I'm gonna put a lot of time into it. But this is to play the game.
Yeah.
Right? This is to get it on the tabletop. So right. I mean, we weren't even worried about mold lines because we would have been here forever just doing that.
Yeah.
And you would not want to see that as a webcast.
No, we're not gonna do a whole webcast on mold lines.
Nope, sorry. Yep,
maybe
leave that to
during the
somebody
marathon.
Else. Well, we could do like a quick little tutorial.
If we end up needing something to do, if I'm like, okay, Dane, do the mold lines. If I'm like sitting here falling asleep, I'm like, Dane, do the mold lines. Show them how to do mold lines. If you come on and you see us doing mold lines, you know.
Yeah.
Heidi ran out of ideas.
There you go. Episode 200.
Exactly.
We'll just plan on it.
She could always do puppet something. I can play a game with a puppet, for God's sakes. before I do mold lines.
Okay, so got 2 already done with these because this is basically just detail stuff at this point. So I am going to take these off the base because we're not really doing, it's not even really like the same kind of batch painting. We're doing more detail work, so you might want to just start taking them off the bases at this point. Another thing is, as you're doing the spikes, you want it to kind of let it pool towards the bottom of where the spike attaches to the crusty guy.
The crusty dude.
And then that way you get a little bit more contrast. Who would have thought?
Ooh.
Yeah, at the very bottom of the spikes. So, this is where you could always go back in and get even more contrast by doing another layer if you wish. So that's your opportunity for that as well. And with this kind of color, I think if you end up touching in some of the other colors, it's not really going to affect it as much.
So you are allowed to touch.
Because it's like a medium brown. It's not really like...
Oh, but just with that color.
Yeah, with the skeleton horde color, yeah.
What's been your favorite mini to paint?
Me?
Yeah.
Ever?
Yeah.
I love painting...
Martian Cat's asking.
Martian Cat is asking,
mm-hmm.
What's my favorite mini to paint? My favorite mini to paint is anything Zinch.
What is it?
Anything Zinch, which is Tzeentch. Zinch. So that's the Warhammer, one of the 4 ruinous powers, one of the chaos gods of Warhammer.
We're gonna have to do some Warhammer.
So we'll definitely be doing some Warhammer specific later on.
Yeah.
We'll be doing some. I mean,
you might have to do some Warhammer for that marathon, maybe.
I'd love to do a whole series on Zinch and color schemes with Zinch.
We totally could do that.
Matter of fact, purple, green, orange, perfect Zinch, perfectly Zinch.
Yeah.
I like any of the things that are more unusual. Like I've been working on experimenting with some of the new. They came out with some new colors as well as a new contrast. They came out with a new crackle paint that is like a black crackle paint.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's called Mordant Earth.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
So far, I think my favorite has been actually Cthulhu from Cthulhu Wars.
Yeah, those are fun paints
yeah,
to paint.
I had a really good time. I missed a couple hands, man.
Well, I put out some purple, so go for it.
Oh, good, yeah, because I need to do my hands.
I missed some spots as well. Yeah,
I'm sitting here finding what I missed.
I think we might be getting close to calling it though for the night.
I think we might be. So the next episode, though, are we going to be doing more of this? Continuing the batch?
Yeah, we could finish up the batch, and then we'll start basing because basing won't take that long.
Yes.
So that way we can combine the two. It'll be batch painting part 2 / basing.
I like that plan.
So we'll just go ahead and do a little bit more to these guys. I'm gonna be a little bit more generous with the skeleton horde because it is a little bit less intense, so it does look like it can afford that. So it's at this point it's basically any of the white areas that are left is what you're going to paint this color. So that's
that brown, or are you on the metallic?
The brown, yeah. We'll be doing the metallic on next time.
Okay, we'll do the metallic next time.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
And now, are we going to be back on Mondays, or are we going to do Wednesdays?
Okay.
Yeah, we need to make that decision.
Yes, we do. So
and yeah, you get to watch us make this decision.
So, you ready?
Okay,
Mondays.
Oh, so I had to do this. We could just flip a coin.
Yeah, we'll flip a coin.
We need a coin.
We'll do Monday first, and then if we get heads or tails, that's the one, and if we get tails, it'll be Wednesdays. How about that?
Which is better for you?
Heads is Mondays, Wednesdays are tails.
Which is better for you?
I don't really have a preference. It's just that we both kind of had things happen.
We did.
During this week.
Which is better for you guys?
So yeah, Monday or Wednesday, or both.
Monday or Wednesday, yeah.
Or either.
There you go.
Hey, our webcast is either on Monday or Wednesday.
Yeah, whenever we decide. How about that? No, tell us, which is better for you guys? I know it's neither right now because we didn't make it. My internet was down. We were supposed to be on yesterday, but my internet was down.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why we didn't make it on Wednesday.
Okay.
And so no one's answering.
Well, that's okay.
So I know Wednesdays
I know people browse too. So.
Yeah, Wednesday could be okay.
Okay.
I like Mondays. I like painting on Mondays.
Yeah.
I like, with the stress of everything. The weekend. Yeah. I like having that. And then, if we don't make it on Monday, it's going to be Wednesday.
We'll just do it that way, yeah.
I like that plan.
If we need to push it back, we can.
Yeah, I like that plan. Because then we have that day to push it to.
Yeah, especially during summer, because shit happens during summer.
And, we're an ish. We're an ish channel.
Yeah.
Monday-ish.
It's fine. Yeah.
We're on Monday-ish.
And if we get anybody that says, like, you guys are being ridiculous, we'll dial it back a little.
If somebody complains,
yeah,
and says, "Hey, you guys need to be a hell of a lot more consistent," because I think we're fairly consistent. Yeah, do it when you can. Thank you, Martian Cat.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I really do appreciate that from you, because she's a long-time streamer.
Oh, fantastic.
And so to have her say that really does.
Yeah.
That does help, because I do sometimes stress of, oh, do I need to be on? Because I said I was going to be on. I need to be on. Because I used to work in another industry of streaming that we don't need to talk about. And believe me, they were like, you got to be on. You got to be on now. You got to be on for 6 hours every day.
Yeah.
And they were very, very Hitler about it, I guess you could say, Mussolini. And so it kind of got drowned into me. But I'm doing this to relax and have fun.
Well, if that's
enjoy.
The point of it, then we should do it whenever we damn well please.
I'm not here to stress out. Exactly. Yeah. I'm here to enjoy myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, a schedule is good.
Yeah.
But when starting out, just work it out when you can.
Exactly.
And when you feel like, thank you, Martian Cat. Yeah, and I agree. A schedule is good.
Sure.
You do want to keep, because you got viewers. You have viewers counting on you, and I agree. I completely agree with that. And I do understand. I mean, I completely understand the whole schedule. Believe me, it got drilled into me. I understand it.
Yeah.
I do need a little more green.
Okay.
Or we need to wet this.
No, it's done. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
It totally is done like that. And I'm gonna do another pour, Martian Cat. I'm thinking about doing like a midnight pour, because that just sounds like fun.
Yeah. It does sound fun.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just had so much fun doing that. It may become a regular thing. I just enjoyed it so much. It was so relaxing. Mm-hmm. And it was so much easier than I expected. I don't know why I thought it'd be so hard. And truthfully, it was harder with the pre-mixed paints. So I bought some that were pre-mixed.
The stuff that was designed to pour.
It was designed to pour.
That's so funny.
And it was for beginners, and that was the hardest one.
That is so funny.
That is that one that's multicolored, the super colorful one.
So there's your review right there.
But
5 stars, not 5 stars out of 10.
Yeah, but it was the hardest one. I think the easiest one was the Poor Man's. With the Elmer's glue.
Which does take some prep, but still,
but it doesn't take that much more prep.
Right.
I mean, you just got to make the medium, which is basically Elmer's glue and water 1-to-1.
Oh, okay. It's not even like a weird proportion.
No, it's not even a weird proportion.
Wow. Nice.
So, yeah, it's pretty easy. Now, I have had some people who do this a lot tell me that Elmer's glue stuff works best in our climate. Thank you. Hey, I got a cheer.
How cool is that?
Woo! And thank you for the chili jams. Woohoo! Nice. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I got a big cheer for about a midnight pour. Thank you for the biddies.
All right.
Woohoo! Thank you. We got 300 bits from Martian Cat. Thank you very much.
I don't know what that means, but I think it sounds great.
It is great.
Okay,
it is great. So,
how do bits work?
The bits, you can give bits to your favorite. They're basically like cheer bits.
Oh, cool. Okay.
It's like little, it's like a penny a bit or something like that. Little monies.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And
Starbucks.
Yeah. Woo. Yeah. Thank
or
you,
Dutch Brothers. Dutch Brothers.
Yeah, I'm a Dutch Brothers girl.
Dutch Brothers. Come on, bring in some Dutch Brothers. Everybody, are you listening?
Yeah.
Are you listening, Mr. and Mr. Dutch?
Yeah, we need to get Dutch Brothers to bring us some goodies. Woohoo! Yeah, get some hype going. Whoop whoop.
Yeah.
I know. Now, see, I just got my Twitch affiliate. I just got it all up tonight. So I don't have my emotes made yet, but I'm gonna get those Famipo emotes made. I'm gonna have to work on that. I gotta figure out how to do it.
Okay.
I know there's a way.
So
So
we've got these guys.
All right, I think those greens are good.
These guys are just about...
Is it me or is it warm in here?
Look
Woo!
at that. Look
I
at
love that hype, though.
Look at that.
I love all that pride hype. And I have a pride for meeple. I'm totally going to get out there.
That's the guy with the bone color and
I
everything.
got to turn the air down,
so
man.
the only thing he doesn't have is the metallics. And so you see how much darker that purple is. That's the one that was...
Is that Mago, the darker one?
No, this is actually the purple that we did for the first
Oh,
so
that's the one with all
the
the layers.
If you wanted it to look a little bit closer to how we did it last time, where it's a little darker like that, not quite this dark, you can definitely see the value difference. This dark here. You can do a really thinned out layer of the shyish purple.
Shyish.
Yeah, this one here.
Shyish purple.
This one here was with...
the shading on the bones is really cool, Martian Cat says.
Thank you.
She liked the shading on the bones.
Thank you. And that's just, on these guys, that's just that skeleton horde color over a white...
It's
pine.
amazing how easily that was done.
Yeah. So that's kind of what we really...
I don't know if you watched any of our other episodes
Yeah.
on how much we did to do the other shading.
Right. It definitely takes more time. But
this came out really
nice.
It's good.
It comes out good.
For quick.
Yeah, quick and dirty.
Now these are new paints, contrast colors. They're made specifically to go on in one coat.
Yep.
They're made for this kind of stuff, for batch painting or beginner painting.
Yep.
And they just came out this weekend.
Yep.
Brand on the 15th.
Absolutely.
These are brand new. Although you can find quite a few videos.
Oh, I have a feeling there's probably thousands now. Right?
Everybody is trying them.
Yeah.
I did a little search for hashtags. And was
okay.
like, oh, okay. Yeah, there's a few people out here trying this.
Yeah, this is definitely a big deal.
So this is a pretty big deal. But I'm pretty excited about. Nobody was doing them on zombie side.
Exactly. There you go. This is where you don't see somebody painting a space marine.
Yeah, everybody's just doing like the normal kind of like the
Right.
Space Marines or something like that. Nobody's actually taking a real game like we
what?
have.
A real game? Oh, what? Oh, shots fired.
Yeah. Shots fired across the hall.
Yeah.
We're the only ones that have actually like taken a real game out and like, all right, let's really put this to the test.
Yeah.
And see, let's see, because, Space Marines are cool and everything, but really, how often do you play? I don't know, is that from Warhammer?
It is Warhammer.
Okay.
So there's definitely a lot of people playing Warhammer.
I guess there are a few people playing with them. I call them Space Cowboys.
It's not really, it's a war game. It's not really the same as a board game. That's why I never really had any interest in Warhammer.
Well, now see, Zombicide's a war game too.
But it's more like Horde. You fight the Horde, right?
I think I haven't played it yet, but I think
so. That's right. You haven't. We're gonna get there.
We're gonna get there. We're painting it, then we're gonna play it.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all part of the deal.
Exactly.
It's all part of the deal.
So yes, I'm definitely gonna do another pour. That might even happen tonight.
Cool.
Because I'm not going to Vegas anymore.
All right.
And and I did tell my friend, a friend of mine's going to compete in the Golden Tee qualifiers for the World Championships.
Okay.
And it's real important to him, so I wanted to be able to take him, but I couldn't find anyone to watch Salty Dog.
Is that the game? Golden Tee Golf?
Yeah. Yeah, he's really good.
What? There's
a World Championship.
Game.
Yeah.
Wow, I never
And
even
he's
knew that.
really, really good.
Wow.
And I would love to see him be able to compete. So I'm like, yeah, of course I'll be able to, I'll rearrange stuff to take you. I'll rearrange the stream and yada yada. Couldn't find anyone to watch Salty Dog, and she's a puppy. I can't leave her, obviously.
Yeah.
And so it ended up not working out.
Mm-hmm.
But so he's able to get a bus late tonight.
Okay.
And so I said, well,
cool.
I can give you a ride to the bus station if nothing else. So
yeah.
I'm gonna be up anyways.
Okay.
He's like, well, it's gonna be in the middle of the night. I'm like, yeah. I'll probably be driving. My account needs some love. So. Because I drive Lyft. That's what I do for liquidity. I drive Lyft. And so, my cat needs some liquidity love right now, as I would say. And so,
cool. All right, should we wrap it up then?
I think we probably need to. I've almost got this one done.
Oh yeah, no problem.
And so, so we're gonna, stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Obviously, you can go and get your snacks and go check out Senpai. Go check out Martian Cat and Raven Knock. Yeah. Go check out some of our friends, and then come back for Comet. We're gonna play Comet.
All right.
Pyramid Power, and I'm gonna be sitting there calling out Dane during it and saying, "Dane, we gotta paint these," because there's some. Yeah, I don't have enough to finish this.
Okay.
Because it's dry, but you know what? That's all right.
Yeah,
I'll finish it next time.
Yeah, we'll probably have time before the episode starts. Too.
There's some really cool miniatures in Comet, and I'm like, oh, we got to paint these. These are cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, that might be the game we paint. We'll see.
Okay.
I gotta decide what we have this labyrinth to paint too.
Oh, okay. Oh, so, wow.
Yeah.
I'm not so good with terrain. It takes a lot of.
Oh no, the game Labyrinth based off the movie Labyrinth.
Cool. That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So we literally has like all miniatures of like the Labyrinth puppet.
Nice.
Yeah, dudes. So
your favorite movie?
Yeah, I just saw it for the first time last year.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm dead serious.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you did.
Me too. I loved it.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, oh my god, this
life,
right?
Yeah.
Exactly. I was sheltered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I wasn't allowed to watch a lot. I couldn't even watch. Yeah. Wasn't even allowed to watch Grease, which is one of my favorite movies.
Okay.
Until I didn't see it till I was 21.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, because it had dirty songs and stuff.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that about Labyrinth. You